Welcome back to NewsMakers. We are with David Lynch, Ali Jones and Paul Lonsdale. We'll whip through a few issues. First of all, whether to arm the police openly, generally, routinely, has reared its head again this week. 72% of Police Association members voted in favour of the general arming of the police. Their argument is very much, if we can't protect ourselves, how can we protect you? Do they have a point, Ali?
Oh, this makes me really wild. We can't even get boundaries right in society. We've all got to be friends with our kids. We don't come down hard enough on people who break the law, appallingly. I mean, the Norman Fitt and the kid that went through the red light, the ruling this week. Oh my God! So this is like another plaster on something that's so cracked. Oh, we'll put this here, arming the police, that'll fix that. Oh God, there's another hole there, and it's not. We've got to deal with the whole issue here. We have to look at having more cops on the ground. We have to get back to the whole thing of respect for a start, if you really want to peel it back, about parents and not being friends with your kids. There's a hierarchy, I'm not a witch at home. Please don't get that idea.
You're not?
I can see from your face that, but we are not our kids' friends, and that's where it starts. And I don't mean to make that sound so far away from the gun thing. It is all linked, and arming police is not going to change anything. What happened to tasers? Where are we with tasers?
Well, some of them don't seem to work very well.
Oh, for God's sake.
What do you think?
I don't know if the situation is in fact bad enough to warrant arming, but I mean, having said that, there are situations where in fact, in hindsight, had the police been armed, might the situation have been different. I think we need to have further discussion around this, and that's what I can really offer, Michael.
Interestingly, the older cops who we still have in the force, they seem least in favour of arming the police. Is it the young guns who want the guns?
Oh, that's a very big question, isn't it? Hadn't prepared for that.
Neither had I.
I agree with Ali. It starts at home. The kids are allowed to have their own control over themselves, which is good, but you're not supposed to be your friends with your kids. You're there to parent them. They feel safer and more secure knowing that you're there as their person to protect them and look after them. If you become their friend, you lose that boundary.
And what their boundaries are, they don't know what their boundaries
are. Well, they don't, because the parents are supposed to set those boundaries, but
and follow them through.
They seem to not be allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Should we arm the parents?
Oh, I'm already well armed at home, I can tell you. Ooh, are we on?
Very quickly, Sonny Bill Williams. He's going to box at least once next year, maybe in June, according to Todd Blackadder as well. Should we live him a little bit dangerously?
We were in Farmers yesterday, and because Tom, our 7-year-old, has heard about the Sonny Bill thing, and he loves Sonny Bill and all of the rugby stuff, but the boxing, he has bought himself boxing gloves and a little punch bag. Nice. Yeah, saved up and got it for himself. Nice. So I think it's to protect him from me, as you've just heard. But
yes, parent.
I don't know. I mean, that's all I've got to say on that, actually, because I don't know a hell of a lot about it.
Well, his contract, I think, allows him to do both, and I mean, who are we really to sit in judgment on that?
I agree.
It's our World Cup. That's our big year.
Well, they have to whip that all out, but hasn't he been given the blessing of the...
Yes.
Well,
But it's interesting that none of them really sound sort of resounding in their endorsement. I think, was it Todd Blackadder was quoted in the press on Thursday saying, well, we can live with it. It's hardly, yay! Yeah. Do you think it's an undue risk?
Well, everything's a risk in life. Getting out of bed and walking across the street's a risk. So, I mean, where do you put the boundary on risk? Yeah. As long as he's well prepared for his match and his fight,
Yeah. And he'll probably knock out his opponent in 4 seconds anyway, so it's okay.
I think for the young people look after him, they probably see it as actually this guy's fantastic. Yes. He's great at both things and allow him to sort of do his thing.
Bit of a hero.
All right, I've got 30 seconds left. Give me a name for New Zealander of the Year. David?
Sam Johnson, for his initiative and community spirit and what he did during the earthquake. Full marks, and he got us some really tremendous press globally. So well done.
Good stuff. Ali?
The couple who've opened the community pharmacy, I was listening to your show during the week, and they've opened that community pharmacy on Linwood Ave, and I think that they have really stuck their necks out doing that, and they seem to be doing it totally and utterly from the heart. And I think being able to offer, cheaper stuff to people to help kids, especially with the news out this week with kids going into hospital.
That's true.
Okay. Good on them. So yeah.
I've got 10 seconds, Paul, very quickly.
Emma Woods, outstanding show of compassion. I just think she showed us all what we can do for our community by actually leading that sort of compassion.
Okay. Very good. To the pick of the week. And when it comes to Christmas cards, you sometimes do get what you pay for. This is from the Warehouse. Jungle bells. Not enough jingle juice. Last week's question, would a new shopping mall in the CBD entice you into the central city? 62% of you said yes. How about that? Go the mall. And a few minstrels. The prize winner, T-Painter. This week's question, who is your New Zealander of the year? You will note this is not a yes or no question, so please take note. Give us a name and we'll bring you the results next week. You'll be in to win the Simply the Best Christmas compilation CD and the MTA $50 petrol voucher. Thank you very much to our panel. Have a great weekend. Happy shopping in the CBD. Good night.